The Imitation Game is a story kept secret for 50 years. The story of how a man designed a machine which helped win World War II, only for that man's nation to betray him in the worst way. Alan Turing was an introvert, but also a genius when it came to mathematics, code, and what would later be developed as computer science. Turing was hired by the British government during the Second World War to help a group of similarly minded people crack the German Enigma code, a code which was deemed impossible to crack. This code was used to disguise German messages so well that it became a top priority to find out how to break that code. This is the story of Alan's journey through the war, as well as the aftermath. We see the frustrating struggle that Alan and his companions go through to figure out this mystery, even as they clash with Alan's antisocial behavior. We also have to deal with the angry old superior officer getting in the way of the groundbreaking new technology being built by Alan. It's a case of a story where the misunderstood, underrated genius has to defend his brilliance from small minds that would try to bring him down. And in the meantime, we get flashbacks and flash-forwards of Alan's life, and it reveals information about him which becomes tragically relevant to the story. All in all, this is a conventional biography, but a very well-made one. This is a Weinstein-backed movie, and many of us have probably gotten used to the kind of films that the Weinsteins like to push onto the road towards the Oscars. This film is no exception, but that doesn't mean it's bad. The cinematography and soundtrack are both good. The script provides enough legroom for the actors to try out for awards. Benedict Cumberbatch, Keira Knightley, Matthew Goode, Charles Dance, Mark Strong, and Alan Leach all play their parts well. Though granted, some of the parts are very cliched, particularly Charles Dance's role. In my opinion, the real strength of this movie is the fact that it not only sheds light on a secret which had to be kept despite the lives it cost to do so, but also the agonizingly cruel injustice that was dealt to minorities such as Alan Turing in this time period. As some will know, Alan Turing was a homosexual, and others will know just how they were dealt with under British law. It's a very cruel and sad fact of the age. And I'm sorry to say, I actually didn't know the full extent of this kind of persecution until I saw the film. And I think that's what should be held up as worthy of remembrance. Almost more so than the breaking of the actual code. It's this kind of treatment which we as society need to rise above once and for all. And in a world which still struggles to recognize homosexuality as being a normal state of being as opposed to a mental instability, Alan Turing's story is one that should be looked on as a reminder to move past old prejudices. Thanks to the writing by Graham Moore and the performance by Benedict Cumberbatch, Alan Turing is brought to life for us, allowing us to see his faults, his accomplishments, and ultimately his doom.